the recognized worldwide leader in sports.
Wrestling Challenge comes to you this week from the Nashville Municipal Auditorium, located in the capital of Tennessee, Nashville. Right now, let's go to the mayor of this wonderful city, Mr. Bill Boner.
This is Mayor Bill Boner. I want to welcome the World Wrestling Federation to Nashville, Tennessee, the country music capital of the world, and especially to their event here at the Municipal Auditorium.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wrestling Challenge. I'm Gorilla Monsoon, joined by this particular despicable individual, Bobby the Brain Heenan. We've got exciting action coming your way right here this week on Wrestling Challenge, so batten down the hatches. We're coming at you right now. Well, talk about a knockout card. We certainly have one here for you this week on Wrestling Challenge. It's unbelievable, the lineup of talent here in the World Wrestling Federation. We're going to be taking a look at the policeman, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Some policeman.
Not a friend of yours, Brain, that's for sure. Also, special interview session with Andre the Giant and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. What a happening going down. We'll explain more about that as we go along. Also joining us here this week, Demolition stepping in for the Islanders, who are still suspended, Bobby the Brain.
They're not suspended. They've been reinstated by President Jack Tunney.
What do you mean they've been reinstated?
They've been reinstated. I've got
Nobody's
the paperwork.
proven that to me yet.
I've got the paperwork.
Well, show it to me.
Down deep, you know it, and I know it, and everybody else knows it.
Well, they're not going to appear this week unless you can prove to me.
Well, the paperwork is in the hotel safe. You think I'd take something valuable around this hick town?
Too bad. Also joining us here this week, Jake the Snake Roberts, along with Damien. Anything can happen when he brings that snake out of that bag. Also, another one of your family members.
That's right. The greatest physique in sports today, the Ravishing one. Ravishing Rick Rude.
Well, a guy that's about 3 times as thick as Ravishing Rick Rude,
yeah.
The Ultimate Warrior, joining us as well. Let's go to ringside.
This is a one-fall contest. Introducing first from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing 247 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts. And his opponent from Milford, Connecticut, weighing 238 pounds, Gino Carabello.
Gino Carabello against Jake the Snake Roberts. Brain, I don't care what you say, whether you can prove it or you can't prove it. Nobody's seen Matilda yet.
Let me explain it to you. I have the affidavit from President Jack Tunney in the hotel safe. Something that valuable I would not bring out in this hick town. I'm going to send a courier right now to get it, to show it to you. Well, you know as well as I do that they've been reinstated and they've been cleared of all blame in that mutt case, that vicious flea-bitten mutt that we had nothing to do with to begin with.
You have to prove it to me and to all the fans out there.
I'll prove it to you.
As far as I'm concerned, these guys are still out to lunch without any pay.
Well, it's unfair to them.
Carabello walks right into a stiff knee there. Whoa, nice knee lift by the Snake. Jake the Snake Roberts, a real force here in the World Wrestling Federation. Boy, got rid of him just like a bad habit. You know, Brain, right on the cover of the current issue of the World Wrestling magazine that's on the stands right now, Jake the Snake on the cover. Most interesting article inside about whether Damien is in fact the only friend this guy has. This guy might be a loner.
Of course he's a loner. Would you want to hang around with somebody this sneaky, this sleazy? Only a snake would want to run around with this lowlife.
Now look, you can't talk about the King like that.
I'm not talking about the King. I'm talking about Jake the Snake Roberts.
Sorry.
You're not sorry. But everybody's going to be sorry.
Oh, they're shouting here. This capacity crowd wants the DDT. Maybe we'll get a look at it. Oh, what a nice short clothesline by Roberts.
He's a very dangerous man. Very, very dangerous.
I notice you've been ducking the guy.
He's been ducking us.
Scoops him up. One-arm slam position. Showing you he's got that long type ligament strength, right?
One thing I do like.
All cut up like Rude, you know.
No, but it doesn't hurt. It helps, I'll tell you. He wouldn't last 15 seconds with Rude.
Irish whip in, look out. Backdrop. Carabello holding on, trying for a sunset flip, but caught one right in the kisser. Uh-oh, there's the sign. And they're on their feet here. Look out, there it is. Get the hot shower ready. This one's over. Very impressive victory here by Jake the Snake Roberts.
Wait a minute. Is he looking for that bag?
Sure, he's looking for it.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
He's always looking for it.
Now this isn't right. He's beating the man. The man's unconscious, could be permanently damaged, and now he's going to go put a snake on him. 20-foot snake that could choke the life right out of him. That's not right.
Oh, there's Damien.
Now, you may only know Dino Bravo as a very successful wrestler, a guy who always seems to get the job done. Well, the former Canadian heavyweight champ has always prided himself on strength, and no doubt that has been a key to his very fruitful career. For Dino Bravo, though, strength means superhuman strength. And next Sunday, he will attempt to break the unofficial world bench press record, which now stands at 705 pounds. And we asked Bravo and manager Frenchie Martin about it.
Mesdames et messieurs, le spectaculaire Dino Bravo.
Beaucoup de gens prétendent d'être très puissants, d'être très forts dans le monde de la lutte professionnelle. Mais je suis le plus fort et je vais vous le prouver. Je vais battre le record mondial du bench press. C'est une promesse. Vous me regardez, l'homme le plus puissant au monde.
Merci, monsieur. Bravo claims that many men say they are strong, but are not in the class he is. And Dino says he'll prove that next Sunday night. Also with something to prove next week, Jimmy Hart's Glamour Girls. The Mouth of the South's tag team champs have a major title defense against Japan's Jumping Bomb Angels.
You know, in just about a week's time, baby, the Jumping Bomb Angels will go up against Jimmy Hart's Glamour Girls. You know, diamonds are forever. Gentlemen do prefer blondes. To have these mink coats and to have the diamonds, baby, you got to keep those championship belts, and we'll do it.
Not without a terrific effort, though, because the Jumping Bomb Angels have ascended quickly here in the World Wrestling Federation, looking most impressive.
私たちは WWF に来て今グラマーガールズが持っているタッグのベルトに挑戦することになりました。私たちはチャンピオンを取れるように努力します。
Axe and Smash, along with Mr. Fuji, a real force to reckon with here in the World Wrestling Federation. Their opponents this week here on Challenge is Omar Atlas and Rex King.
Yeah, Rex King, the only guy whose parents named after both their dogs.
You want to talk about dogs? I'm willing to talk about dogs.
I am too. I'm totally.
Where is Matilda?
You know how Jack Tunney knows where Matilda is? I had an anonymous phone call, what you might call a hot tip.
Please.
And told me where Matilda was. I called Jack Tunney, informed him. I understand he is gone, retrieved the dog, signed the paper. We are clear of all blame in that matter.
I'm not positive of that fact as yet.
God, how many times does a man have to prove himself to you?
Just once. Just once.
Stick around. I'll prove myself.
Axe unloading on Rex King. These guys are giving away about 200 pounds in this particular matchup, and it's very difficult to do that and not come up with a short end of the stick.
They look like they're bigger than they were a week ago.
They are devastating, no question about that.
Fuji still take him down to the torture chamber and make him work?
I'm sure he does.
And they like it, don't they?
Well, the Devious One, since taking over this duo, has really instilled that killer instinct. They don't hold back one iota. Look out. Whoa, face first. Down to the concrete. You like that, Brain?
Well, that won't hurt this guy with that ugly mush he's got.
Look at the red welts on the side of his body where Axe had been going to work on him. He's out there again.
Look at that.
Look at those marks. Oh, so you want to be a professional wrestler?
You know what's under that blue pad?
Concrete.
Cement. That's right.
Concrete. Jam-packed to the rafters here this week on Wrestling Challenge for this World Wrestling Federation spectacular. And rightly so. What a lineup we've got. I don't think Rex wanted to get back in there.
Would you?
Not really. I'm glad I retired. Oh, ho! Reverse knife edge. Could hear that one all the way to Alabama.
I don't know if anybody in Alabama can hear.
Tag made wide open. Come on, ref, get that guy out of there. Snapmare by Axe, really going to work now. Demolition is the right name for this team.
What else would you call them? You wouldn't call them the Sunshine Boys.
They're a wrecking crew, there's no question about that. I can't wait to see a match between either these guys, Demolition and Strike Force, or Islanders and Demolition. I'd like to see that match. If everybody
wants to get rid. They're not suspended, Monsoon. But everybody like to see Islanders against anybody else but Strike Force. Are Strike Force that worried? Is everybody in wrestling that worried that I'm building a dynasty?
What dynasty?
You heard of it too, huh?
How many championship belts do you have in your stable?
Stick around. Stick around.
Zilch.
Stick around.
The Colonel's got all the titles.
He's worked hard. He's worked hard.
What? Haven't you worked hard?
Yes, we quit trying to cause trouble.
Gold bricking?
Who?
You.
I'll take that as a personal insult.
I hope so. Scooped up in a slam. Whoa. Omar wants out of there in a hurry.
Back to the tent, Omar.
Well, I'm sure that Rex King wasn't too happy about being back in.
The old double mutt, as I like to call him. The old double canine, Rex King.
Fuji giving the sign. He wants him to put him away. It's enough of a warm-up, he said. Oh, short clothesline. Drove him right into the middle of next week. Tag made to Axe. Don't tell me they're going to double team this guy.
They're going to snap his head off. Watch this. They're going to snap his head right off.
Oh, decapitation with a 360. Forget about it. This one's over.
The winners of this bout, Demolition.
Demolition, extremely impressive here this week on Wrestling Challenge. The opposition outweighed, outmaneuvered, outthought. There it comes. Watch this decapitation. Wow. I'm sure that Rex King won't be doing any wrestling in the very near future. Right now, let's catch up with another superstar of the World Wrestling Federation.
All right, hi again, everybody. Next Sunday night, Cops Coliseum from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. A wrestling spectacular that people are going to be watching all over the world. They're going to have their ear to the ground because you're going to be seeing 20 of the best in the World Wrestling Federation in a first ever Rumble Royal. More on that in a moment or two, but prior to the Rumble Royal, Ricky Steamboat will be facing Ravishing Rick Rude. 2 out of 3 falls. The Young Stallions are going to be going against the Islanders, Haku and Tama. They've just been reinstated into action in the World Wrestling Federation. Also, the ladies' champs, 2 out of 3, the Glamour Girls, are going to be challenged by the Jumping Bomb Angels. 20 of the best World Wrestling Federation superstars will participate in this Rumble Royal. Come on in, Outlaw Ron.
Too long off, is it, Mean Gene? You know something? You know, when you look out down that cart, it's going to be a Rumble Royal, baby. And what that is, they put numbers in a hat, and you reach in there, you grab one out, and if you're number 1, brother, you got a long night ahead of you. But if you're number 20, you might just have it easy. It might slide right in there. But let me tell you something. There'll be no tag teams. There'll be nobody partners. It's all one-on-one. That means that you're going to have to be mean. You're going to have to be nasty. And you're going to have to be willing to do anything and in the shape of your life. What do you want? You keep bothering me.
I want to point out a couple of things here, Ron Bass. The fact that, yes, we're going to start with numbers 1 and 2.
That's right.
Then every 2 minutes thereafter, another man will be added to the competition. But you can be eliminated, pinfall, submission, or thrown over the top. It's going to be exciting.
I like throwing people over the top rope. I think that's how I'll be eliminating people, Mean Gene. Yes, it's going to be interesting. And if you're number 1, you better be in shape, people, because you're going to be out there a long time because there's 2-minute intervals. There's going to be 20 more people coming there. So you know you're going to be out there 40 minutes. So let me tell you something. All you bad boys out there, I'm talking about Bam Bam Bigelow, Don Baracco, Jim Duggan, but you guys, the Warrior, Sam Houston, all of you, you better kiss all the babies you want to. You better shake all the hands out there because you're going to have to get in the ring and you're going to have to be facing everybody that wants to beat you. And Miss Betsy, she's going to be there and she'll be on my side. And you better believe it's a Rumble Roll and we're taking it.
All right, he is cranked up. Outlaw Ron Bass going to be 1 of 20 in a Rumble Royal next Sunday night from Canada.
Top wrestling talent in the entire world trying to make their way here to the World Wrestling Federation. Here's a guy headed our way in the near future, referring to Bad News Brown.
And he's bad.
I'm sure you heard all about good news, but now it's time to hear about bad news.
Well, Bad News Brown, I'm sure will create a lot of controversy here.
You can bet on that.
This bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Glens Falls, New York, weighing 275 pounds, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And his opponent from Miami, Florida, weighing 280 pounds, Joe Murdo.
Big Joe Murdo, well over that 300-pound mark against Hacksaw Jim Duggan and his 2x4.
Look at this. He's found a home, Duggan, here. He's found a home. He's in front of everybody that has an IQ under 7.
Please.
He's their leader. He's got a 9 IQ.
Where's the King? Shivering somewhere in the wings?
King couldn't care. He could care less about watching Hacksaw Duggan wrestle.
Well, he better watch. He better pay attention. Earlier on, I had a chance to talk with the King, Harley Race. He's not sure of too many things, but he is sure of one thing, Brain.
Yeah, get a load of this.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, you may think you're something very special, but there is still only one king in the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, does that mean the guy with the crown is the king? Because Duggan had the crown and the cape.
Well, anybody can have a crown and a cape. Anybody can go out and buy one or steal one.
Well, like
but to earn it, no, he earned it. He earned it. That's why he's the king, Harley Race.
Look out, clothesline by the Hacksaw, a little bit low. That's not where he wanted to deliver it, but the knee was right in there.
I can't watch any more of this.
What do you mean? Where are you going now?
I got things to do.
Please. The Brain bailing out here. No telling when he leaves, when he stays. He has a mind of his own, as warped as it may be. Hacksaw delivering right hand after right hand to Joe Murdo. Wasting a little valuable time here. When you got a guy in a compromising position, you do your best to put him away. Big backdrop. Whoa, long way down for the 300-pounder. Well, you heard him. He said, come on, tough guy. He's giving him a chance to get to his feet. Not too many guys will give you that opportunity. Going to work now in a nice arm bar. Joe Murdo, one of the many guys trying to make a reputation for himself here in the world of professional wrestling, chose to do it the hard way this week against the opposition like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. This guy has brute strength, brute power. Big slam. Uh-oh, there's a sign for that three-point stance. The down lineman position. Here it comes. Whoa! Did he level him? Stick the fork in Murdo. He's done.
Here is your winner, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, big smile on his kisser.
This bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing in the ring to the corner to my left, from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing 230 pounds, Van Horn. And his opponent, making his way to the ring area, accompanied by his manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan, from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing 255 pounds, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Well, it's obvious why the Brain left. He had to lead his man, a Ravishing Rick, down to the ringside area. He just gets up and leaves whenever he feels like it. Simply ravishing indeed. This guy's really cut up. Look at those abs. Well, if you got it, flaunt it, I guess. He's got it, no question about it. Like to see a matchup. Well, there's a young lady who definitely thinks he's got it. Certainly like to see a matchup between Ravishing Rick and the Ultimate Warrior. That would be a classic confrontation. Bell's gone. We're underway. Van Horn may have bitten off a little bit more than he could chew here. However, anything and everything can happen. Oh, excuse me. Did he nail him with that short clothesline? Yes. Almost messed his hair up. Look out, Suplex City coming up. Oh, snap style. Shades of the Dynamite Kid. Well, he had an opportunity to put Van Horn away early, chose not to. Guess he wants to dish out a little punishment. I'm sure at the instructions of the Weasel. Blatant choke now, right in front of the referee. Dave Hebner made him get out of there in a hurry. I haven't seen very much offense so far out of Van Horn. If he doesn't mount some kind very shortly, goodbye. This one will be over. Crescent kick right into the lower abdomen area as we look over the shoulder of the Weasel at the action going on here this week on Wrestling Challenge. You don't get to look that way by accident, folk. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of hours of agony. But some guys feel it's all worth it. Obviously, Ravishing Rick does too. Not going to pin him here either. The brain screaming, not yet. What is he doing? Running a stopwatch on him? Is this a workout session? Oh, now he's saying finish him off. Drop kick by Ravishing Rick. He really got up there. Caught Van Horn right in a kisser. Setting him up here. Look at this. Neck breaker. Oh, please. Oh, devastating neck breaker. He talked to me about that earlier on in the locker room area. Said he was going to use one. And if it was successful, he would in fact call it the Rude Awakening.
The winner of this bout, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Ravishing Rick Rude, very impressive here this week. Little kiss for everyone at home. Here it comes. That neck breaker we talked about. Oh, the Rude Awakening indeed for Van Horn. Look at this nonchalant cover. Give me a break. Ravishing Rick on the victory.
I'll tell you what, it is the excitement personified. On January 24th from the Cops Coliseum up in Hamilton, Ontario, a terrific World Wrestling presentation, a Rumble Royal. Something new you may not be familiar with. Basically, here's how it goes. The wrestlers, 20 of them, will draw numbers from a hat right before the match. 1 down through 20. 1 and 2 will start the match. And every 2 minutes, somebody else will come in. Number 3, number 4, number 5, and so on. So obviously, that draw most important. Jake the Snake, Bam Bam, Outlaw Ron Bass, Dangerous Danny Davis, just some of the participants for this terrific Rumble Royal. More on that in a moment. Also, Dino Bravo will attempt to set a new record for bench pressing, and I hear it will be over 700 pounds. January 24th, Cops Coliseum, Hamilton, Ontario. The Slickster, your man, the Natural Butch Reed, and the one-man gang will be involved in this most unique matchup, a Rumble Royal.
Well, let's make one thing perfectly clear. The Natural and the Big 747 and myself, neither of us enjoy coming to Canada. It is a God-forsaken place as far as I am concerned. But since we got to go, since we must be there because after all, we've signed a contract and you know, money is money. Although it may be that old Canadian money, but money is money. So since we got to be there, then you can believe that we're going to come to do one thing, baby. And that's TCB.
TCB?
That's it. Take care of business, brother. Right on, Natural?
We're going to be coming up there thumping and bumping because you know what? Between me and this man, brother, we beat up lightning and throw thunder in jail. And when we come up there to Hamilton, Ontario, we're going to raise a whole ladder. And I won't say it on this TV. They might turn this place into a cowboy. But you get the drift. So Wrestle Royal, Rumble Royal, baby. That's what we're going to be doing in the game. We're going to rumble.
All right, looking forward to this big, spectacular Rumble Royal. 20 wrestlers involved, plus the possible new record in a bench press, all happening January 24th from the Cops Coliseum in Hamilton, Ontario.
The following tag team matchup is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 471 pounds, the Young Stallions. And their opponents, from somewhere in West America, at a combined weight of 508 pounds, the Conquistadors.
Conquistadors all in gold. Of course, the Young Stallions all in red.
They look a little worried, don't they? They're not smiling.
Conquistadors?
No, the Young Stallions.
Oh. Bell's gone. We're underway here. Well, both of these teams looking for a very important victory here because they could be plummeted into a position where they can get a crack at the current reigning World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Strikeforce, Tito Santana and Rick Martel.
I found a little more out about the Conquistadors.
You did?
Yep.
Would you like to enlighten us? Whoa! Beautiful high hip lock.
They're from
by Jimmy Powers.
They're from South America.
No kidding. I told you that 3 weeks ago.
No, you didn't.
Oh, please.
Well, I mean, I found that out for sure.
Oh, okay. Tag made. A little bit slow on that. Telegraphed that move. And it's easy for Powers to get out of there.
And I found out another thing.
What is it?
One of them's name is not Raul.
Who said it was Raul?
I heard rumor to that effect.
Please, why don't you give us some pertinent information? Why don't you deliver the paper that you're supposed to deliver that says that these Islanders have been reinstated? Look at these Young Stallions. Earlier on, I had a chance to speak with them. Two really nice guys. I said, now, guys, we're into 1988. What's your New Year's resolution?
The Young Stallions have one thing in mind for 1988. Our resolution, and Paul's going to tell you what it's going to be.
Given our opportunity, the Young Stallions are going to go to the top of the World Wrestling Federation ladder as the best tag team for 88. That's our resolution.
Well, I hope that certainly comes true for them.
I'll tell you something, they'll be lucky if they rise to any degree. These guys are just flashy. They smile, they comb their hair pretty. That's about all they are. They don't impress me.
Cream always goes to the top, Brain. Unfortunately, you don't have any of it in your family.
I don't know where that courier is I sent out. You know, down here, people don't look too bright. The guy could have got lost going to my hotel suite.
Number 2 off the top turnbuckle, taking advantage of the situation. These Conquistadors obviously have been teamed up for quite some time. There's a lot of continuity on that team.
Yes,
Irish Whipman went downstairs into the lower abdomen area.
And they tag off a lot better than the Young Stallions. I think they're quicker. They do more aerial maneuvers.
They may have the edge on quickness. However, the power edge definitely goes to the Young Stallions. Look at this. Second turnbuckle on the inside. Bombs away and nobody home.
But he knew enough to make it to his own corner.
Well, you get out of there when you're hurt. That's what tag team wrestling's about. Tag made as well to Roma. And he's in there and on fire. Flying elbow sends a Conquistador flying as well. Irish whip in. Watch out. Clothesline City. Hooks the leg. 2 count. No, 1.5.
You know, there's so many wrestlers that use the clothesline. Very few use it. Whoa!
Whoa, what a backdrop. I don't think it was a tag. Did you see a tag?
Yes, I did.
You did. Well, it's one of the first things you've seen in a long time. Tag made quickly once again by the Young Stallions. Drop down, look out. Oh, power slam. I believe he's got him. The leg is hooked.
He's got to get out of the ring.
Who's got to get out?
Howard. Roma. I don't know.
The winner of this bout, the Young Stallions.
Brain, let's face it, you got a 5 count to get out of the ring. It only takes a 3 count to put somebody away.
I don't buy that. I mean, of course. What?
Here it comes right now. Tag was made. Look at this.
2, 3, 4,
1, 2, 3. It's all over.
It's not. You're counting quicker than me.
on the victory. Young Stallions here on Wrestling Challenge. Right now, let's go to our special live interview with the 8th wonder of the world.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, wow, do I have some news for you. On Friday night, February 5th, live on nationwide television, the World Wrestling Federation will present a bout of all bouts, simply put, one of the greatest ever. For the first time since WrestleMania 3, the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant, will challenge the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, Hulk Hogan. And Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, I know you have an investment in all of this.
Last year at WrestleMania 3, all of you people saw Andre the Giant put Hulk Hogan to the mat for a 3 count in the first 2 minutes of the match, and then was unjustly robbed of the match and the title. And just a couple of weeks ago, once again, you saw Andre the Giant choke Hogan all the way to the mat and could have ended it right there. It could have all been over. But he didn't. He didn't. Why? Why? Because Andre wants the same thing that the $1 Million Man wants. And on Friday, February the 5th, in Indianapolis, Indiana, in front of the whole world, everything will come true. I told you people that I always get what I want, and I want the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title. And you people thought that you couldn't be bought. You don't believe that the $1 Million Man can buy everybody. I've had you on your knees, begging me for money, barking like dogs. And yet, each and every time, I've proven to all of you that you do indeed have a price for the $1 Million Man. But you, Hogan, you thought that you would be the exception. You thought that you would be the exception to that rule. And I told you, Hogan, that by hook or by crook, that I would get what I want, because I always get what I want. And this is the hook. This is the hook that will deliver to me the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title. Andre, I know that you're going to beat Hogan. I know that you're going to win the match. But please tell me how. How are you going to do it?
DiBiase, when I go step in that ring, believe me, when I get up in that ring, I will be the world champion. And the way I'm going to do it, I will squeeze Hogan, and squeeze, and squeeze, and squeeze, until that belt fell out of you, West, Hogan. And believe me, I'll be more happy because I got millions of reasons to be happy. And I want to make this man happy too. And then when I will pick up that belt, I just will grab it. And you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do, Andre? What are you going to do then?
You want to know?
Yes, I want to know.
I will present you that belt and pronounce you the World WWF Champion.
Can you see it, Hogan? Can you see it right here? I will be the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion.
This bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at 275 pounds, the Ultimate Warrior. His opponent from South Bend, Indiana, weighing 221 pounds, Brian Costello.
Brian Costello got his hands full here this week on Wrestling Challenge with the Ultimate Warrior. This guy is a piece of work, Brian.
I found out a little more about him.
You did, huh?
Yes.
What'd you do, read the magazine?
No, I've got people. Yes, I do read that too to learn things.
I mean, besides the one that you were on the cover, you read the rest of the
I'm still reading that one.
Oh, you're still reading the one with you on the cover. I love
the only
it.
important one to me.
Oh,
but what I found out through my sources that this guy, the Ultimate Warrior, he travels alone, stays in hotels alone.
Oh, 360! Go ahead.
He doesn't want anybody to know anything about him. But before it's all over and done with, I'm going to find everything out about this ham and egger.
I'll tell you what, you'd better find out because he's got his eyes set on Ravishing Rick Rude. In fact, if you want to find out a whole lot about him, you can definitely find it out in the latest edition of World Wrestling Federation magazine that's on the stands right now, and that feature personality profile on the Ultimate Warrior.
I've read it 3 times.
You did. Did it sink in? Did it register?
I can read things once. I'm a speed reader. Everything sinks in.
Excuse me. Gonna bring him in the hard way. Suplex position from the outside. Oh, did he nail him? Brian Costello wishing he were somewhere else. What is that? Guy just comes in here and throws an envelope.
My envelope, my letter.
Did you see that? Somebody just walked up our steps here on the broadcast position and threw an envelope over my shoulder.
That happens to be Stuart, my personal chauffeur.
Oh, excuse me. What is it?
Just a moment, you'll see.
Oh, look at this. Just like he weighed 105 pounds, perched up there. Oh, the hard way down. Look at this. Warrior over the top. Big splash. Oh, right on the back. Sinks a deep half Nelson with a cradle goodbye. Wow. Is this guy impressive or what?
This guy's dangerous.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior, look at the look on that face, brain. That's going to sink into your brain. You'll have some sleepless nights over this guy.
Beat your heart out. He'd like to be like Ravishing Rick Rude. Now this is a very dangerous move.
Oh, watch this now, as if that added insult to injury. A big splash, right on that lower lumbar area of the vertebrae. Hooks him up in a beautiful cradle. We'll be back with more action in just a moment.
This guy's nuts.
Soon to be making their way to the ring area are accompanied by their manager, the Doctor of Style, Slick. At a combined weight of 1,312 pounds, the Natural Butch Reed. His tag team partners, the One-Man Gang. And the Bolsheviks.
Boy, what a combination this is. That 4 of a kind is better than a royal flush, I'll tell you that.
Well, I'll tell you, if the bees are smart, they head back to Hazel's Honey Hut. They're going to have a lot of honey to overcome this team, this conglomeration that Slick has put together here.
Looking at the hammer and sickle of the Bolsheviks. Nikolai Volkov, Boris Zhukov, joining forces with the One-Man Gang and the Natural. Of course, the One-Man Gang and the Natural put a lot of guys out of business, Frank.
One-Man Gang's the biggest 4 men I've ever seen.
Well, superstar Billy Graham can relate to those 2 individuals.
Now, he better sit at home in that nice rocker and be glad he can sit. He's not in a complete body cast.
Mark the date down on your calendar. Friday, February 5th. The location, the heartland of America, Indianapolis, Indiana. The big one going down.
Live.
Stand to your feet and show a little respect while Comrade Volkov sings the Russian national anthem.
I was hoping he would not do this.
I like it.
Oh! Killer Bees didn't like it either. They didn't want it. I love it. Bell's gone. We're underway. Nikolai got a rude awakening there.
That is very rude. The man has a right to sing the anthem from his country, not to be treated like that.
Only if someone lets you. Obviously, the Killer Bees didn't let him.
They were jealous.
Well, maybe they wanted equal time. Zhukov in for the ride. Well, ran into his own partner. SP Brian Blair doing his thing.
Let me show you this envelope I got here.
What is it? I don't have time to look at any envelopes. Plenty of action going on in the ring. You want me to look at an envelope? What is it?
It's the document I have inside. This here is from President Jack Tunney. It's signed by Jack Tunney reinstating the Islanders.
Let me see that. Go ahead, describe what's going on to the folks at home while I take a look.
Okay, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell here is trying, I say trying, to keep the shoulders down of Nikolai Volkov, which he can't do. Now, there it is, Nikolai That strong Russian bear hunt.
Yeah, okay. So this, in fact, says that the Islanders have been reinstated. It doesn't say where the whereabouts of Matilda is or her condition.
Well, Jack Tunney knows that. He has to...
Yeah, but I don't know that.
You don't have to know that.
What are you hollering about?
So I'm...
Why are you screaming?
Sick and tired of being pushed around. They're reinstated. Now, you know down deep, Monsoon. Down deep inside that I'm right.
How do I know that that's President Jack Tunney's signal?
Don't you ever get a check from him? Don't you ever get any affidavits?
No. Look out. The natural with an elbow into Leaping Lanny. Trying to get back to his corner, make a tag here. Okay, Brain. So they are reinstated. What does that tell us? Absolutely nothing. It tells us that they can climb back into the ring. Doesn't tell us what you guys did to Matilda and where she is right now.
No, what this tells us is that we have been proven innocent of this whole atrocity laid upon the Heenan family.
You're not innocent in my book. Whoa, high knee by the natural.
Your book don't count.
My book don't count, huh?
Jack Tunney's book count. My good friend.
Your good friend. Oh, look at that. Nice backbreaker. Well executed by the natural.
Ah, 747.
Here comes the gang. Look out. Oh, devastating move. Did you see the knee pop there?
Wow.
Ricky Hunter tried to break that fall with his knee. He might have broken his knee. Easy 1, 2, 3 count.
The winners of this bout, the Bolsheviks, the one-man gang, and the natural Butch Reed.
Extremely impressive, this 8-man tag team matchup. Hey, right now, more action coming up, but first, we'll go to a special interview.
Hey, I want to see this again.
All right, you talk about interesting developments. 1987 here at the World Wrestling Federation. Can you get any more interesting than what has happened to Brutus Beefcake, developing a new trade, if you will, at 87? And boy, has that propelled him upward in the World Wrestling Federation. He is the barber, Brutus Beefcake.
Well, thank you very much for those good words. 1988 is going to be one heck of a year. And I got a few surprises up my sleeve, especially this one right here. This is my little answer to Jimmy Hart's megaphone. That megaphone that's been irritating everybody for so long.
Finally.
That's right. I've got the answer, brother. I've got the answer to the question of the century. How can we deal with this megaphone of Jimmy Hart's? Everybody gets one of these in the stands. All the people. And they all stand on their chairs, and they all point towards the ring, and they all scream, "Give him a haircut, Brutus!" Can you imagine the sound? Can you imagine the decibels?
It's loud in here, yes.
The people will blow Jimmy Hart right out of the arena. And then it'll be all me and Greg Valentine left in the center of the ring to get the business at hand taken care of. I've not forgotten, Greg Valentine, what you did to me, how you tried to break my legs, how you tried to cripple me, how you tried to end my career and take the very thing that is my life, and that's professional wrestling, the World Wrestling Federation. You tried to take it away from me, and he almost succeeded.
You bounced back, and that has amazed so many people, and the fact that you did it so quickly.
Well, I would not stay down. I will never lie down. I will never give up. I would never surrender, and I won't be defeated by you, Valentine, and that little weasel Jimmy Hart, because I've got the heart, and I've got the determination, and I've got the clippers, baby, and I got the cold steel, the tools of the trade, and the barber knows how to use his tools, and the barber will get the
All right, I think you might call it perfecting a craft. Brutus, the barber Beefcake, superstar of the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, folks, that's it for this week here on Wrestling Challenge. Joining us here next week, a whole host of stars. Dino Bravo, the man who will be trying to break the bench press record, the world record of 700 pounds plus, will be joining us, and this man as well. I'm not too sure this guy couldn't do 700 or more, The Rock. Also, here next week, the Islanders, yes, they have been reinstated. The Brain, in fact, right now is out there looking for President Jack Tunney, and also a special report on the whereabouts and the condition of Matilda. Also joining us next week, the reigning Intercontinental Champion, the honky-tonk man, and you can bet Peggy Sue won't be far behind. Also here, Brutus the Barber, Beefcake. Maybe there'll be some cutting and some strut going on. And the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, the man who is changing the world as we know it as far as professional wrestling is concerned. And the reigning World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Strikeforce, all that and a whole lot more next week. See y'all. So long for now.